Average Dude has something to say about...
Hello everybody, this is the second episode of Average Dude, and today we're going to talk about something that it's going to be overshadowed by other news stories, because heaven knows there's so much going on out there in the world. This one's going to be overlooked, and quite frankly I think it deserves a little bit of attention. It's an Ohio story, Ohio, the USA. Originally involving, okay, here's what's going on for those of you who don't know. People in Ohio probably know this. There was a young lady called Lynn Jackenheimer from Ashland, Ohio, who went on vacation with her boyfriend, whom she had a kid with, and went out of state, North Carolina, and, well, basically, he came back with the kids, dropped them off at the grandparents' place, her parents, and he took off and made some kind of cryptic, I just killed Lynn. And apparently he made this confession to his brother, who, quite frankly, contacted police. Now, this wasn't considered a murder because nobody knew where Lynn was. She wasn't confirmed dead. So she was considered a missing person, and he was a missing person, Nate Summerfield. He was, by the way, he's the boyfriend in question, who dropped those kids off and took off. And he was considered a person of interest by Ashland County, and well, also the location, the police in the North Carolina area where they were on vacation, they were looking too. And nothing was happening. The search was delayed, and the family, quite frankly, decided we want answers, and we're gonna find Lynn. Well, they went down there, and I guess that's when North Carolina decided to get their crap together and really upgrade their search. And unfortunately, the family, yeah, they got the answer. They found her. They found her body. She was, quite frankly, she was strangled. That's the official report from the autopsy, and she was stabbed to death. And her body was put in a garbage bag and just left a bunch, I believe, around a bunch of reeds somewhere. You know, a bunch of tall grass, in other words, so it would be hidden. So he's wanted for, Nate Summerfield is wanted for murder one. Now, about a week after this, there was a report of a sighting of him, but police didn't catch him. And then after, like, maybe a day or so after that eyewitness count and report to the police in Columbus, hey, this is it. This is the license plate, right? This is who you're looking for. They didn't get him at that time. They didn't find Nate Summerfield. However, Coschocton County Sheriff's Department offered an official statement to, NBC4. NBC4. I don't even know what that 4 means. I'm familiar with NBC, but in other words, the media, the press, they offered an official statement. We got him. We got Nate Summerfield. And it turned out to be false. Okay, a lot of people have been online. They have slammed NBC4. Believe me, the crap that passes for news today, I understand everyone's frustration. However, this is one where the media was actually right. You can't blame them. And think about this. Who ultimately is the authority to give the actual truthful answer on whether or not the Sheriff's Department caught Nathan Summerfield, but the Sheriff's Department itself? You would think that you would be able to trust the Sheriff's Department. I mean, what are they going to... They're not going to fly... The news media, I don't know where NBC4 is, and I'm really not looking to find out. I'm sure they're not going to drive 100 miles, 200 miles, or 10,000 miles, or fly, or whatever, to Coschocton County, little peon area of Ohio, and knock on the Sheriff's Department door. By the way, do you truly have Nathan Summerfield? No, this is the time of... Telephones have been around for a while. You have cell phones. You have the internet. You have email. You have social media. They contacted the Sheriff's Department, and the Sheriff's Department gave the official answer over the phone. Yes, it is Nathan Summerfield. And so NBC4 threw out the story. And then others copied and throughout the story. Like if you search online, you will find a whole different bunch of this's and that's that took this story on and reported it as, yes, they caught him. No. It turns out they didn't catch him. In fact, okay, Nathan Summerfield is basically a 27-year-old skinny pretty boy with short hair, and who they got, his name was Kenneth Swick, 46 years old, so that's 1 year shy of 20 years difference. And it gets better. I mean, you've got a pretty boy with a full head of hair, short hair, but a full head of hair, and you're confusing it with a guy about 20 years older who is balding a little bit up here like me, more so than me. He's got that long curly mullet hair, mustache and goatee. He looks like the kind of guy that would be running the rides at a small town county fair. How in the world could you have possibly made that mistake, Coschocton County? I mean, and you didn't even have the integrity to let them know immediately. You let them throw this out. And, I mean, literally, it took them a while before NBC4 finally realized, wait, what? You're telling us that it's wrong? And so they printed a retraction, and they have been constantly apologizing for this ever since. What in the world were you thinking, Coshocton County? I mean, if you didn't want to show up to work that day or do work, then call in sick. Or you know what, if you just don't want to work, quit. Let someone else or let other people in the Coshocton area or that surrounding area who want to work in law enforcement and actually have a job and work, let them do it. You don't do this to a family that has suffered the loss of their loved one from murder. Okay? They wanted this guy caught, but they're looking for an answer. They want to know why. And you know what? It's all that it's never going to be enough. Unfortunately, they're going to suffer no matter what. It doesn't matter what this murderer says when he's caught. He may not even tell the truth. He may just, go through the process of trying to plead temporary insanity and all that nonsense. But they're just looking for something. And this county caught someone. I don't even know whether they were going by the license plate or the vehicle. I have yet, and boy, have I searched. I have searched so many of these news stories and reports on this, and I have yet to find one that talks about, did Coshocton County did they see that, was it the license plate? So was it possible that somebody stole was it even that you know what, I don't even care. Because if you find that license plate that was supposedly tied to Nathan Summerfield, you need to confirm whether it's on the right vehicle, that very specific model, year, and color of the vehicle he was driving. Okay, you got that? Fine. You catch and you pull him over and, out of the car right now and hands in the air and, okay, then you confirm the identity of who it is that you caught. Really? I mean, how hard is that? It's called proper process and procedure. In fact, isn't that what police are supposed to do? They're supposed to bring the arrested person in to the station, book and process them, correct? Doesn't that involve checking ID? Doesn't that involve fingerprints or something? Wow. I mean, to do that to this poor family. I mean, it's literally the kind of crap that you would expect in like a piece of fiction, like a television show, a comedy, a movie, or like a cartoon or something like that. You know, the scene where this male character opens up the door and comes in and shuts it. And, you gotta hide me. They're after me. And he's got a mob of people, angry people. Let's get him, and they're chasing after him, and he's trying to hide from him. And he's trying to explain the situation to these other characters that are like, what's going on? And so one of those characters helps him, and they, exchange clothes. That way they swap clothes, and that way this other person can run out, and then the angry mob can chase after that person, and the male character can just get away. And when the mob finally, we got him, don't hurt me. Oh, we got, this isn't him, we got the wrong person. We got to find him. Okay, it's like that. But, you know, don't forget the yuck or the humorous part, because let's face it, in cartoons or comics or something like that, if it's an obviously macho male, obviously male man guy that they're chasing, you know that it's going to be a woman with very feminine female curves. You know, you got to make it as absurd as possible in entertainment, because that's what comedy's based on. So you have a woman with big old curves, womanly curves, even if she's wearing an outfit that it wouldn't matter. You could tell that it's a woman. But then that character goes, and the crowd stupidly should know that it's a woman, even from a distance. But of course, you're watching this as someone watching TV, and they catch the one, we're going to get you, we got you now. No, don't hurt me. This is a woman. This is not him. This is a woman. We've been chasing a woman. And then of course the audience, they've been chasing a woman. I mean, that's how ridiculous this situation is. I mean, Coshocton County, you should be ashamed of yourselves. This is very basic stuff. You don't offer a statement to the press until you know this is the person. You don't just capture someone, don't even look the person in the eye. There's no way you could have possibly looked at a picture of Nathan Summerfield and then seen this dude, Kenneth Swick, and confused the two from first sight. You have to at least look at the person before going, Ashland, hey Ashland, we got him. Shame on you. It's insane. But what do I know? I'm just a regular, average citizen flabbergasted. Coshocton County, you made law enforcement everywhere look horrible. Everybody, thank you for watching. Hope you have an excellent, wonderful day. Hope to see you next time. Take care, everybody.